Hi and welcome to this small session regarding the dashboard functionality inside Balthzar. The dashboard functionality will give you the possibility to add a dashboard or several dashboards to the client, and it's also possible to run the dashboard application as a standalone application, which means you can have it in the factory or somewhere else in the canteen or in the reception of your company, showing whatever information that you want to have on this dashboard. So we will create a new dashboard, so I will select the edit functionality. I will start by adding a name to this dashboard, a description that will only show up here. It's also possible to decide whether this dashboard should be available for all users or if it should be available only for me as a user. So I will select Save New, and we have the demo dashboard down here. The next step is to actually show the dashboard, and in this case the dashboard right now is pretty empty. So what we should do is try to fill the dashboard with some data. So let's start to add some windows. Those windows have been created before. It's also possible, of course, to create new windows. We have a number of objects that we could add. So I will start by add some of these objects to my dashboard. So, like that. So let's close this window. Now we have a lot of dashboards available that I will try to arrange them here on the screen like this. So I've added a graph or two graphs, also a counter or two digital counters. I've added also some live data. If I want to add more windows, I can do that. So let's add another. We can add this grid as well. Add to dashboard. So let's close. Now we have dashboard objects on my screen. So the next step, maybe I want to arrange them a little bit differently. So let's resize and move around some of these objects. So let's do like this. So that's the way I want it. Let's continue. Like this. And finally, let's do like that. It's of course possible to make this a little bit better than I do this time. So I'm done. So let's save my settings, which means I will save the window size and also the location and size of each component. Before we exit from this view, we should have a look again at this add window, or we could actually look at create window. And we could actually edit one of these things. For each object we add, we decide what kind of object it is. Today it's possible to add a graph, a grid, live data coming from normally from OPC items, gauges and counters. These are connected to an SQL query that has previously been created in the system. It's also possible from here to create a new SQL query. So let's close this one, and we should try to add a final window to this dashboard. We should have also a gauge. So let's add the gauge also to this dashboard. So we make this a little bit smaller, like this. We move it up on top. And we put the graph here. So there's one more functionality that we have for these objects. That's the fact that you actually can change the look and feel of these objects. Which you do when you create the window. So we're done. So let's close. And finally we should save settings for the dashboard. So let's close the dashboard. And now from the menu we should have the demo dashboard available. It should open. The size we decided, and the layout we decided to have. I think we made some mistake here. So let's do this again. Edit. We should do this, and we should show dashboard. We need to, I think I forgot to save the dashboard the last time I made my change. So let's redo this. That's the way it should be. So settings, save settings, we leave the dashboard again, we close, and we try to start the dashboard once more. Here we go. Now we have all the data that we want on the screen. Each and every object here will have their individual update which means you can, for example, live data here will be updated once a second, and some other components will have their updates maybe once a minute or once an hour, which means that every component is working fully free from all other components. So that's the Balthzar dashboard that can be used from inside the Balthzar client, but also as a standalone application where you start up a dashboard and the dashboard will continue to run until you're done. Data for those dashboards comes from an SQL query, and that SQL query can get its data from either Balthzar system or from your ERP system. I think that's all for now, and that's all for the Balthzar dashboard. Thank you.